Now, this is the size of my margarita. We're in happy hour, cocktail hour. This is Stuart's. Look at that.
Well, yours is just not rock and roll. We're in Zanzibar. Zanzibar, yes, the birthplace of the god Freddie Mercury. And this is the skyline of Stone Town today. I mean, obviously, it would have been different when he was born, and he would have grown up playing on this beach. This is the beach in Stone Town. Amazing freedom he would have had here. Well, we're going to try and find his house, walking through the alleyways of Zanzibar.
We found Freddie Mercury's house, and it's now a hotel, but you can go inside and have a look. 20.
30, 44, 22, 22.
So Freddie Mercury was born in Zanzibar, and he stayed here till he was 8, and then he was sent to India, St. Peter's School.
Freddie Mercury was born Farrak Basara in the government hospital in Stone Town on the 5th of September 1946. Zanzibar now has a wonderful new hospital. The island then was a British protectorate, and Freddie's father was a cashier for the British Colonial Office in Stone Town, and it allowed them this very nice lifestyle. They lived in this fantastic house in Shangani Street, which is now hotel apartments. Today, the ground floor of the building, which was the kitchen and living area, serves as the Freddie Mercury Museum, which officially opened in 2019 and showcases his early life, Zoroastrian roots, and the rise to global stardom. It is at the end of Shangani Street near the beach, which is where he would have played as a child. Today, children swim in the sea, do gymnastics off truck tires, and play football on the sand after school. Do see our extensive Doris Visits film of Stone Town in Zanzibar. Zanzibar is now part of Tanzania, although independent in many ways. It is a liberal Muslim country, but the laws are still very strict, and there is a death sentence for child molesters and murderers, and life sentence for drugs. So, Freddie's parents, Bommy and Jer Basara, were Peshawari Indian descent and sent him to a school in India at the age of 8 to study at St. Peter's, Panchgani. Boys only, predominantly residential school, a quiet hill station in the Western Ghats of Maharashtra in India, roughly 250 kilometers southwest of Mumbai.
They freeze me, they burn me, they squeeze me, they stress me.
The hills are famous for its British-style, colonial-era boarding schools. St. Peter's is famous for its striking, colonial-style architecture and red brick buildings. These institutions are characterized by strong emphasis on discipline, holistic extracurricular development, and traditional house systems.
Some of the keys work and some don't, but can you imagine Freddie Mercury sat here and composed stuff?
She did go on to play Bohemian Rhapsody, but of course that's copyright, so I can't show it.
This area was their original kitchen and dining room. I mean, it is all just full of pictures and memorabilia, but there are handwritten lyrics to some of the songs, which is quite special. I love sitting at his piano. And there's a room upstairs, but that's now apartments upstairs. Well, that was a great visit. These spikes you see here are to stop the elephants scratching themselves on the doors.
If you're a fan, then for $8, it's a must just to go in and see where he was born. That strict upbringing that definitely gave him his musical education, but which he may have been seen to rebel against. Further down the bay, there is a bar called Mercury's, but apart from honouring him, I'm not sure as it has anything other to offer. But we had a beer there. Enjoy Zanzibar and do see the Zanzibar Doris Visits film.
Whoa! We're going to Prison Island. Take your shoes off, and we're getting on the boat. The fishermen used to come here, and then it was prison island because it was used as a quarantine hospital for the slaves. This is where the boats would arrive with the slaves, and they would come up here.
That gate is called the Door of No Return.
And through this gate, the oldest tortoise here is 201 years old.
It's lovely to meet you.
The monument made by Clara Sornas to the slaves.
Over the road is the Tattoo Lounge Bar and another champagne bar.
Can you imagine? Freddie Mercury sat here and composed off. Typical Swahili cuisine. One of the recommendations is Lukman's. This is the size of my margarita. We're in happy hour, cocktail hour. This is Stuart's.
It's happy hour. And this is the skyline view from happy hour. The park at night is very alive.
Cape Town is busy and buzzing day and night. When you leave the cruise terminal, just follow the yellow brick road.
We also have films on Senegal, Namibia and Cape Verde.
If you want to venture to Robben Island, that's where you get the ferry. We're at the Time Out Market in Cape Town. It's not quite as big as the one in Lisbon, but it is just as buzzy, and it has great toilets if you're at the waterfront. We stopped at Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens.
Also see our film on Robben Island. That's the prison island where Nelson Mandela was kept for many years of his sentence. Search Doris Visits Robben Island. And enjoy cruising whilst at home by reading Cruise Ship Heist. Enjoy your cruise.
This is the famous Copacabana beach. The new tram is an easy way to get around. It's just across the road from the port, and good news, senior citizens travel free. We're on the escalator for the final leg. So we're 700 metres above sea level, and that is another 30 metres high. So this is where they hold the carnival in February. When the samba schools come and audition, they have to audition here. I've got a Caipirinha, and it's a lemon flavour, which was the original. Cheers! We're 395 metres high. The Sugarloaf Complex is the country's biggest and most traditional climbing centre. The cathedral is ugly on the outside, but inside there's beautiful stained glass windows, and it has standing room for 20,000 people. This work of art began in 1990 as a personal tribute to the people of Brazil, a constantly changing work of art. We're in the Museum of the Imagination, which is right by the ship. Free entry if you're over 65. There's not a lot of English translation here, but the pictures are pretty self-explanatory.
And if you happen to read one of my cruise novels, there are 10 in the series, please do leave a review on Amazon. Cruise Ship Heist has been #1 3 times in 2 different countries. Enjoy your cruising.